Hi, I'm Brad Rosley. Thanks for tuning in again today. Today's topic is something that relates to money and life. I call it the return on life. I like the idea of focusing on return on life as compared to, say, the S&P 500 or the stock market, the Dow Jones Industrial Average type of return, because I think it's what life is all about. A lot of people are misguided in focusing on stock market returns. I strongly believe this. The S&P 500's 500 companies, 5 companies in particular, dominate the performance of the whole 500 company index. So people that don't own those 5 companies, the big tech stocks, are generally lagging behind the other markets right now. These same people may have gotten creamed in February, March, April, when the stock market was getting hammered. The fear from those downturns, for many, got them out of the market, only to find themselves still on the sidelines as the market has rebounded tremendously. And while they may have saved some of the loss, they missed the whole rebound. That's because their focus is wrong. Their focus is unfortunately on the stock market's returns in the short term. We've forgotten that the stock market can be volatile. It's been since 2007, 2008 since we had that major Great Recession, and stock prices lost roughly 50%. Well, they got hammered here about a third, about 33% roughly, in a very short period of time. Thank goodness they all rebounded. But focusing on money or on returns is generally very misguided. I'd venture to say that most people have no idea what type of investment return they have to make in order to accomplish their life goals. I know people that have a lot of money in the stock market as a percentage of their wealth, living with this volatility, when had they ever run the numbers, they'd see that if they made 4% a year rate of return, they'd live happily ever after when it comes to having enough money to pay their bills, to travel, to buy cars, to do whatever they want to do. But they're not aware of this. The return on life, we need to figure out what's important to us in life. There's been obviously a new emphasis on health all of a sudden. It's hard not to be aware of death anymore in this country. It used to be only if someone near you died, or a friend, or relative, a co-worker, family member, of course. Now death has been thrown in our face. It's the lead story every single day if you watch the news. It's scaring the heck out of us. Fear, sadness, other emotions. The reality is roughly 7,500 people die every day in America from all kinds of causes: heart disease, cancer, accidents, suicide, you name it. Now a lot of these people are dying with COVID. Some actually from COVID, but the majority not. Almost everybody that dies with COVID has comorbidities. Herman Cain just died the other day, and the front page story was he died from coronavirus, when in reality, unfortunately, he had stage 4 colon cancer. Not many people recover from that. That's just an example. Fear, fear, fear. But we need to focus on life and death. We're all going to die. We have one life to live. Let's lead that life. Let's figure out what's important to us. The return on life. What is your balance in life? Is it the way you want it to be? I'm talking about time. Whether you're Jeff Bezos at Amazon, or you're you or your neighbor, we all have the same 24 hours every day. You can't buy more time. How are you spending it? Are you happy with the amount of time you see your family? Are you happy with the amount of dates you go on with your spouse? Those are the type of things you need to be thinking about. Your favorite times of 2019, I'm guessing they were probably vacations. Have you planned your next vacation for 2021? If you're still going to go in 2020, you might have to do something a little bit different, but you can still do something fun. Let's focus on return on life. Let's focus on living our lives, not stock market returns, which we have no control over. You know, fear is a big thing in life. Now there's fear of death like never before because it's in our faces, but it's always been a reality. In the Wall Street Journal today, they showed a poll that 75% of Americans are fearful that they or a family member are going to be hospitalized by COVID. people with that narrative are winning that battle. Only 0.01 of 1%, 1/10 of 1% of people with COVID will ever spend any time in a hospital. So if you don't have an illness right now, if you're not already vulnerable, we shouldn't be fearful of that. Don't let that narrative stop you from living. Please live your life. Protect the vulnerable, of course, but go live your life. Figure out what you want to do with this one life God has given you. Invest the money you can afford to invest. Figure out what your goals are. Take time to write them down. We want to go to California next year. We want to go and see Glacier National Park, whatever it is. Write them down, attach a dollar figure to them. Obviously, financial independence is a major goal for most people. How much will you need to spend to live the life you want to live? Probably depends if your mortgage is paid or not. So take a look at either situation. This is the type of work I do with my clients. What if I stopped working at 62 versus 65? What if I stopped at 61 but worked part-time? What if this? What if that? Let's look at those types of scenarios for you so you can really focus on your life. Okay? Now that I'm working from home, I don't have to spend 2 hours commuting if this is you. What can I do with those extra 2 hours of my life? Because I don't have to necessarily work more. Let's figure those things out. So my message here today, don't live in fear. Focus on the return on life, not the stock market returns. Have a portfolio that aligns with your specific goals. Figure out what type of return you need to make in order to be financially successful in your eyes. And align your money, your current portfolio, with your goals as well as your future savings and investments. Align them with your goals. Therefore, the return is not the return of the stock market, but the return on life. Are you getting closer? If we're trying to get to financial independence, are you getting closer? Are you on a good path to be financially independent? Let's focus on that. Let's focus also on being grateful for the life that we have. Let's be happy for it, especially in these difficult times. And let's of course, look out for those who are vulnerable and take care of them as well. Thanks a lot for listening. BradRossi.com is my blog page. Please take a look at that. If you liked the video, hit like. Go ahead and subscribe. I'm going to start making a lot more videos now for the rest of the year and beyond. So I hope you make sure you subscribe so you'll catch all those. Thanks a lot for listening. God bless you. Have a great day.